Hello, and welcome to episode 4. We're going to go ahead and turn in the solo version of Ironman. Can't really find people at the moment that want to do it, but I don't necessarily just want to have a level 60 take me through it. That'd be kind of boring. So we're just doing the solo version. This will also probably hit us 40, yeah. This also means that we can equip our star metal tools, which is amazing. I'm so tired of steel, not gonna lie. I've got those two. We need to get the other two. We were out of obsidian flux last time, so we didn't really have a chance to make more. Our goals for this episode are going to be getting our sickle and knife, but also we have a lot of questing to do, and I need to do a lot of faction stuff. So I want to do a little bit of story and some other stuff, obviously. I can't stop myself from going, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. There's something. I think I'm not the only one. That's how I'm going to be like level 50 by the time I get to, what is it? Rest of the Shore. Yeah, that's going to be a problem, but not the worst kind of problem. Anyway, I will see you guys here soon. Well, this is pretty cool. Check out the whole thing, but that's pretty cool. It's definitely a new animation compared to what we had before. I also really like the fact that they made this a dynamic, like weather area. So if I go out of this area, it'll turn it back to day. Or, yeah, I think it was day. But while you're in here, it's not day. It's super cool. I love these areas, they're so cool. It's really pretty. Damn. And this might be our new thumbnail already. I would say spoilers, but we're technically in the next episode, so this is how I make my thumbnails. There we go. Take that, and I think we're good. Also, sorry for the keyboard noise. Having my fan on would be a little too cold right now, but hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, we just hit, is it tier 1 or something of our faction? I'm gonna go do the new Proving Yourself or whatever it's called. What's it called? Scrivener? Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. I remember it used to be in Cutlass Keys, but I guess it's new now and we don't have to go there no more, maybe? I guess we're about to find out. We also got a PvP track level, and I decided to just grab the Superos potion. I'm not gonna bother reading that. But we get all this. Not great, because I mean we're not going to be PvPing anytime soon. But I figured I would just grab it just to get the potions and this just to have it, I guess. And the craft mod's not terrible. We're gonna have a lot of salt just anyways because we're exploring the lands and getting the little question marks. That gives you a little extra salt sometimes when you're flagged. So definitely be doing that. So we're going to do this now, and then once we finish this, we're going to try to work on getting it to the next tier also, but we need to catch up on our story, because again, it's still level 25, and this means I will actually be at Brightwood, which means we also kind of want to work on our logging, because our heron is 81. I want to try to get to Wordwood, which I believe is 100. Yeah, it's definitely 100. So I definitely want to get that out of the way. And we're completely going the wrong way, forgive me. Then we'll definitely be set, because I need to get the Wordwood when nobody's online, and right now nobody is really playing. Should be the perfect time to get that, which is convenient for me. A lot of times I end up playing, nobody's really playing. And I am not reading this quest because I am too busy talking, so we're actually just going to go here. Okay. I swear. I'll see you guys soon. Hello, and we're back. Just happened to be doing the story I saw a place to sit down, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So little things like this, so good. Though I do wish our weapon would despawn when we sat down like this. Kind of weird having a giant bone axe, like, flipping through everything right here. So far we've made it into Brightwood, but doing this quest series, there actually are some upgrades, some gear here, which is nice. But I think I'm gonna stop the story real quick just to try to get my my logging up. My logging is currently 81. I'm gonna go for 200, or not 200. Yeah, we're gonna go for 200 real quick. I'll knock it out, maybe 10 hours. I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. No, we're going for 100 because there's Woodwood all over in Brightwood. And I really just don't want to leave it there. So I want to try to get it now. And then later on, less people will be online. I'll be able to stamp that Woodwood. That'll just be really good for us later on. And we just hit 100 logging. So I just unlocked Woodwood trees. I'm going to dump this in the storage real quick. You'll see how many logs I've actually built up. I've got quite a few now. Which is definitely good because I'm going to need some charcoal, and then I'm also going to need some lumber, but probably more so charcoal. So we're not going to refine any of this just yet because we don't know exactly what we need. But we have a lot of wood now. 100 pounds. So it pretty much fills our entire storage here. Put this stuff away. We actually had to spread out our storages because we actually don't have enough room now. So getting a house would probably be ideal. We're only at 6,900 gold. We still need quite a bit to go. We're going to get this shrine. We're also going to see if any wood is up. And then we're probably going to continue on with the story. I figure might as well see the first wood on our account. That would be huge. Sure enough, as we get here, there's actually some wood. Thank God. We don't need a whole bunch, but I don't really need these proficiency boosters. So we're sipping those up. We're actually gonna have to make a whole bunch more engineering XP anyway, because we have tons of motes that I probably won't use through Arcana, as I'm not a big fan of magical combat, but I definitely need to try the fire staff. So I should probably not be so against it. Void blades always looked freaking awesome to me. It reminds me of like the Halo 2 sword. Or I mean, just Halo sword, it's not Halo 2, but you get my idea. Last time I really played Halo was Halo 2, and I didn't really like Halo 3, so I stopped playing from that point on. But hey, I'm not much of a console gamer. I'm sure everybody enjoys if you got to experience Halo 2, Halo 3. Those were some of the better days, I would say. Very, very enjoyable. You don't really find multiplayer like PvP, like shooting games like that anymore. Of course, there's current Halo Infinite or whatever. I don't think that's really being handled pretty well. It's a disaster, I'll be honest. Master Chief Collection, it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I feel like the only people that play that are absolutely cracked out of their mind, and it's not as fun as it definitely used to be. People used to not be that great. Now it's a little bit different, but it's always fun to play from time to time. The Void Blade, man, I need to just try it. Just shut up, play it. The thing is, like, most of these weapons, it's like, what do I pair it with? What do I play Wood Blade with? I don't know. I could play Wood Blade, my hatchet if I wanted to. But that would mostly just be using the Void Blade as empowerment, stuff like that. It's always interesting to think about all the weapon combos. I wish there was more diversity, I guess, with weapon building and like character building. I really hate the fact, like, the way this is laid out. I really wish there was other ways to get the weapons to scale with different stats. Obviously, nothing should ever scale with Constitution. I think that would be absolutely busted, but some of the things that really make me scratch my head is the great sword scaling and how well it scales with dexterity and strength at the same time. It's like if you can do that with the greatsword, why not do that with more weapons so we can have more build diversity and more options for builds, so we can see different off-meta things come up. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, we have this wordwood. We're going to continue on with the story, and I'll see you guys again soon. As I'm continuing on with the story here, I'm starting to realize the only skill that I don't have at 100, gathering-wise, is tracking and skinning, but I also want to get armoring to 100. We are severely behind in story, and I really want to go get those to 100, but I know that's going to put me like 45, maybe 46. They made it so that your trade skills give you a crap ton of XP now. I kind of like that, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm out leveling my story so bad. It's going to be a slog going back and, one-shotting all this stuff. Even though it isn't necessarily a one-shot, because my gear is still level 20. This is, remarkably easy. It's going to be easy for me anyway, unless I just decide to not wear gear or something. You happen to be recording when this guy's doing this. I'm not going to bother a bow user trying to fight 5 mobs at once. So this is the other guy? Okay, yeah, these guys I actually ran into earlier. I killed them both, even though I'm level 20 here. Do you really want to fight again? I was being kind, but, I guess we can't have that. That hurts really bad. This is where gear being bad. I'll hit the wrong button. Gotta move my stuff around. This is where gear being bad really sucks. I don't know why he plays with sword and shield, but, gotta do what you gotta do. So you actually use something. Fortunately, hit in the back with that. The sucky thing about low level PvP, there's like nothing you can do about just running away. Well, we don't have any skills for PvP just yet, but, level 42, even if I am in 20 gear, should not be that difficult. It's another reason why I want to get my gear up, because I'm going to inevitably run into people, probably more often. So that armoring going up would be very helpful. And this guy's going to just try to shoot at me. Are you kidding me? I don't know why people like to do this. Well, either way, we get a free level there, I guess. This is not necessarily what I want to do. I don't want to beat up the levels, but you guys saw it here first. They hit me first. I probably want to get out of here faster. This is another reason why, doing low level story makes me feel bad, because I don't want to bully low levels. I just happen to be in the same spot, and I've been, sitting here trying to get through my story. I miss on, was it launch at Fresh Start, and original launch, you would see this PvP is non-stop all the time. I can't tell them I have level 20 gear, because then they're just going to want to try to fight me over and over and over, because they can kill me. I have no points in my defense right now. I don't really like putting points in defense, but if I was a PvP, it would definitely be Very helpful for me. So he's gonna come and hit me again, isn't he? Yeah. There's friend here too, which makes things complicated. If I had more con, or maybe a resilient piece or two, I'd probably be willing to take those. If they don't chase me for too long. I'll not use our potions, I guess. Just keep chasing this crazy. It's not a great shot. As I said, he gets a shot. Nice thing I have is being able to use Berserk. I've pretty much only played Hatchet. I know the animation cancels, so basically what you're doing when you roll with Berserk, when I immediately go into ability or auto attack, I do ability every time, just because I'm so used to doing it that way. But you can also do roll into auto attack, so just like this. Obviously, you can roll again to cancel the ability if you want to. Fortunately, this clip is super long and super drawn out, sorry. But, you know, occasionally you have some PvP. Just to show you guys, I do have level 20 gear. I am not intentionally trying to bully level 20s. This is just an unfortunate circumstance. I do have an upgraded weapon. It's only level 24. Everything else is just, you know, not great. We're not doing so hot. But that's in favor for them. So I still am quite a few levels on them. Anyway, we'll definitely get our armoring up because this is terrible. And I think we'll get my skinning up. I really want to try to squeeze through the story, but if these guys are also doing the same story that I'm doing and they're like doing it together, I feel like we're inevitably going to constantly just clash against each other. Anyway, I'll see you guys again soon. Probably have to fight those guys again at some point. Hopefully we can slide by. We just hit 100 armoring, and we also hit 100 skinning. We're pretty much there for weaving. We're not there just yet. Get there soon. So we've got a good base, but the 100 armor is a huge thing. Did end up making a start weapon, which is not bad. Might go spear just because it'll be easier for me to spear for now, then transition to a better great axe whenever I get one. And now we're going to get rid of this level 20 gear and hopefully upgrade to something better. So I want to see what I can actually make. This is the wounds, it's not the outfitted. I can now make silk. Definitely going to be silk because we want light armor. Out of silk because we have 16. Yeah, so we're probably need to farm for silk. Not a big deal, to be honest. Let me find the leather. So we need layered leather to make our chest piece. We haven't actually gotten to the area to do that just yet, but I think we'll figure out something for that. Try to find wherever we can get that, and then we'll go for our silk stuff. So for now, not much I could do, but I want to get some silk, and then after we get some silk, try to get layered leather, figure out how we would do that. Not really planning this out as well as I wanted, but it's okay. We'll have to get our harvest into 100, but you know, just more trade skills. We're at level 44, probably be level 45 before we finish that. Story is still freaking level 30. Thankfully, we haven't really had to deal with any more PvP. I think last clip was or PvP. It was only because, you know, we just happened to be the same sort of thing. Oh, and by the way, from that PvP, I had a large pile of coin, which is not 40 gold. So that puts us at 8,100 gold. That's huge. Getting a lot closer. It's 15,000 I need for my first house. I have a big one. And then we really need to start grinding on our furnishing too, so I can actually make a chest, because currently I don't think I can make one at all. But I'm going to go do that real quick, and see you guys back in a few minutes. We managed to fix our thick hide? Yeah, it's thick hide problem. Yeah, so we're just able to come up here and great leave from Brightwood, kill these dogs here. That'll give us enough thick hide to then make layered leather, to then make chest pieces that we need to make. I'm not sure if we have any iron battle metals for the strength on the chest piece, so I might need to make a couple. So I'm just going to farm a decent bit. And then we just have to get some silk thread, I think it's called. There's definitely a decent amount in Brightwood, so I'll take advantage of that. Then we make our silk, and then we can just make gear. Then I have zero reason to not push forward and try to get to the rest of the shore. So gathering and related skills in the area. Just crazy to think, like this is probably where your skills should probably be going into that area anyway. And I was like already so overleveled for like when I get there. It definitely made it a lot easier and a lot more straightforward, because there's definitely people that don't really enjoy the gathering aspect of New World, and that totally sucks, because I think it's a very, very large part of why it's so enjoyable. Sorry, that hitboxes like wolves sometimes are a nightmare. Not as bad as the ghost boys though. I think I have a clip on my shorts tab for my YouTube, and one of these ghosty boys, when they're going super fast, it freaking broke my wrist. I was like, trying to, move my camera. I'm like, surely I'll get him. Surely, nope. Took me a little bit. At one point, I think I just like stopped it. I was like, all right, can you just let me get you? Anyway, I'm gonna get this leather, and then we'll get the silk, and I'll see you guys back soon. Well, this is definitely new. I've never done this before. Interesting. They must have added this when I was gone. No idea what I'm about to go into, but we're still rocking our level 20 here. We got a sword from Request, and obviously our upgraded weapon. Haven't upgraded our gear yet because we haven't bothered to go get some linen yet, because we need some linen, 16, and then so on and so forth. Then we are pretty much ready to make our upgraded gear.
My soul will not be so easily vanquished.
Level this, so it's probably not meant to be this easy. Like we're screwing myself there going into that. Fire style spell. Thought I'd get out of that, I guess not. Maybe if I wasn't so overleveled, it's so easy, but don't worry, we'll definitely get the pain train as soon as we get to Brimstone. Is that it? Yeah, no, that's it. Alright then. Victory! Destroyed the enemy nexus. Alright. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go back to Connect Soul and done some bit of the story. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, we finally made it to the point where we can start crafting our armor. However, we're gonna RNG roll for decent stats. because otherwise I can't really afford it. It's unfortunate. Actually we got two. So we got two that we can guarantee strength, but the other ones we're going to have to roll. So let's get the most important piece out of the way. So at the very least we'll have an okay chest piece. Then we're going to go for it's the physical one. Yeah, we want the physical one. Strength. We want strength. Oh, put strength on our legs. Strength. Yeah, top and bottom at the very least, so we can roll the three cheapest items. Hopefully multiple times. Good time. Strength, dexterity. Yeah, we might as well do strength, dexterity because it's actually not that bad for me because I do want to hit the 50 perk. So we'll just go ahead and do that. That'll be our gear, and then we're gonna go spam the story, whether I like it or not. We're gonna have to be going through Weaver Sven, which is why I say that. The story's pretty good. Outside of that, just like Weavers. And we got a full set. That resilient piece. That's helpful. This on. First thing first, though, we definitely need to try to get some gems just because we can. Then we're also going to we call it do our faction mission because we definitely need to do our faction mission. As soon as we get that done out of the way, we'll be in a much better spot than what we currently are. We don't actually have any onyxes. Can we have any fuse onyxes? That would be huge. Can we even fuse? I think might be able to. Yeah, let's fuse 3 onyxes. It's 100% worth it for me. Let's check. Cut 3, crit 2, and crit 2. Oh, better than nothing. Definitely need our stone cutting up, but it's not the end of the world. I think we have some diamonds, right? I do. Okay, cut 2. Perfect. Put that here. Well, there's a decent bit more tinky. Let's take that. Oh yeah, we unlocked our 3 bag slot. What am I doing? I'm trolling. We have 3. We got jewel crafting. Did we ever? No, it's still low. We should probably do something with jewel crafting, but I'm gonna take this time to try to catch up on our story quests, and when we get more obsidian flux, we'll actually probably be able to dump it into jewel crafting a little easier. Because we need to make it. Actually, no, we just use silver bars. We'll use up the gold first, and then we'll use silver. I guess we gotta work on this first, actually. Well, I guess I'll just do it right now, because we've got a lot of gems that we can just go through right now. Make stuff. Yeah, this is probably not too entertaining, so I'm just gonna skip through this. I'll show you guys what level I get. Okay, so we're back. Believe it or not, I actually got over 100 in both of them. Jewel crafting and stone cutting. Which is kind of crazy. We're actually gonna make some death. It's not west. What's the thing above it? I actually can't do it just yet. Well, I might as well convert all this. I'll get more motes in the future. So it seems that we need to get 100 arcane to even do what we want to do, but I want to make a ring. A ring would help me. Earring. Not which one. Open locks. So we don't even have that slot. And we have like semi-decent necklace and ring, even though they're outdated. Actually crazy how much stuff I just have ready to be turned into XP. It's quite nice. So we're only 76. We have a lot of XP still. So that, it's that. Don't get cheap stuff. I had cheap stuff to burn. Oh, 75. Oh, thank God. That saved me. That would have been so bad for me. Alright, I guess we might as well convert them all. As for now, as we'll get more. Always collecting motes, but we probably won't convert to this afterwards. Because I know I need the lower versions, and I'm hoping that I don't screw myself here. Definitely something to think about if you're also playing Ironman. Don't screw yourself like this. Do it for the sake of XP and sake of convenience. Because I want to get quick upgrades as I'm doing the story here soon. So get that out of the way. Super cool to see so many hundreds now. You're getting so much stuff done. Crafting phases. I just keep crafting here, even though I plan on moving somewhere else. So might as well just keep crafting here. Stick with it. I could cut the stone first. So we only have one blue moonstone, or one blue as a moonstone. So, well, we credit. We're gonna have to work with this. Weird. There we go. Only making iridium can. So, moonstone. You need a silver setting. Do you need gold up? Yeah, we do. I'm gonna make it gold. Yeah, hook in the setting. Gold. I swear there's a way to filter this. I just never figured it out. So I never really did this skill. So we get the setting, get the hook. These. Shoot dexterity. Is off. Alright. Good luck to me. Oh, the dose is not terrible, but we're never actually going to make any use of that, I don't think. So that's nice. Our ring is our next lowest. Kind of going to get rid of Constitution on my amulet. Not going to lie. I don't really find Constitution being all that useful. At least for PvE as you're leveling. So I think I'll get rid of that instead of my other one. So we're going to make a ring as a moonstone. So gold, setting, and band. So also gets more XP because we never crafted a band. Thing. Gold. Dexterity. It would have been a tragedy if I put the focus on them. Oof. Not a great roll. It's one of the lowest rolls I can get, but it's got Hardy on it, so I'll take it. It's definitely better than that. And then we have. There's nothing for the necklace. I think the necklace I can't really roll higher. Alright, so we are no longer terrible gear score. It used to be like 290. Now we've gone up so much. Yeah. It's taken me a lot of time so far. I want to power through the story like nobody's business. And if it is convenient, then we wish them to get well. I might stay there and get some oil. You guys will probably see me in the Reaper's Fen. So far as this, what our storage is looking like, it's not too bad. I did use pretty much most of our gems here. Some stuff in not Mars anymore. Junk of First Light, Everfall. This is where our metals are right now. It's our cooking supply. We haven't actually done anything with cooking in a while. And then we have all our wood stuff in right wood right now. Carrying on. We've made it to the rest of the shores. We're actually going to be here for a while because I need to catch up on my factions still. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to do here. We can mine star metal. We can get our weapon expertise up. Or not expertise, but our mastery in this area. It's really good. These mobs are Angry Earth, and they're weak to the weapons that I want to make. Then on top of that, there's also good places for woodwood and a bit of ironwood. So we'll definitely try to get our logging up a lot here. And we might even potentially reach enough attribute points to actually hit 300 strength and or 300 con. Obviously, I'll have to make a gear set just for that. As in, earlier we actually upgraded a gear, so that's perfect. So we're going to push it even further. I'm going to get those 2 sets of gear so I can instantly chop or instantly mine. That'll be huge for our account. And we'll definitely be gathering a lot here. Versus Shores has got a lot of good stuff, and I will probably show you guys a whole bunch of clips of different places and different areas here that I'm going to just be vibing and doing all the time. It's a very cool place. I really like this place. It's one of my favorites. The only other place in the map, or yeah, I guess on the map that you'll see me spending a lot of time on, besides Rest of the Shore, is going to be Heaven's Skull, and probably Brimstone. Rest of the Shore is another one of my favorites, but I know I will be spending a lot of time in Reekwater too, but that's mainly for different reasons. I do like Brightwood a lot too, but the server does seem populated enough that all the Woodwood's usually always gone, which is pretty unfortunate for us, but I hope to make up for it over here in Rest of the Shores. Hopefully nobody's really chilling over here. But yeah, we're definitely going to try to get our weapon mastery to 20. Try to push my hash rate as soon as possible, and at least try going next to 14, or maybe even higher. Then also we should probably push Greatsword, because it would be cool to have more than, just 1 or 2 weapons. But I want to go ahead and get started on my faction, and I'll see you guys again soon. Alright, so we've made it to the next faction rank, and the current faction rank take a little bit to grind, so we're probably going to get to a higher area to do that. However, we're going to continue on with the story because we need to kill Thorpe. We're going to do a solo version just as I forgot how good it was for weapon XP, so we're going to go over there and do that real quick. It's been a couple of days for life. Infection is pretty much healed at this point, which is great. It's a lot easier to talk, which was definitely an issue. What else did we do? We haven't spent any tokens yet, but I was thinking about spending tokens so I could get my backs upgraded. My backs are pretty bad. I do have 100, so there's really no reason, or 100 armory, so there's really no reason for me to not upgrade my backs here soon. The only problem is that I don't really want to spend the gold. So I'm thinking about that, and I know there's an alligator bag that you get for free over in Evansville. We're not there yet, but I am thinking about being greedy and maybe holding off and just trying to manage my inventory as best as I can for now. Because I really want to get a house, and that should definitely be a priority for me right now. I'm only 5,000 gold away from getting a tier 3, or I mean, not tier 3, but tier 4 house. The 20k one, it'll be 15k. So I think I will probably save for that instead, because one, having the best house right away is just better with a discount. And 2, I need the extra storage, so I can start putting everything in the same spot that I need for crafting and just for general quality of life. These are the guys that I actually killed for thick hide, so it's quite nice. But we are in Rest of the Shore now, so easily get thick hide. I remember when I was making my armor, I had to come here with level 20 gear, and I'm like, come here, doggies, need some thick hide. Now we're definitely plenty strong, which is great. Getting my finishing up, my weapons hooking up, but it's gonna be a little bit harder than I thought. Fortunately, everything else just happened to be so easy. Guess I started even taking the life modes. Don't mind if I do. This is probably going to be the last clip of the video, though, because I really meant to have played more, but since the infection, I had time. But next episode, I'm going to be grinding a whole bunch of stuff, which there's not really much footage for because personally it's boring, but I'll show you guys what I'm doing. We got a lot of good stuff that we're going to be doing in Rest of the Shore. As I really want to get, what do you call it? My skills up, my gathering skills. So there's a less tar metal and there's a good amount of wood that I can get there. which is going to be huge. I'm trying to hit 150 in both mining and logging, and then do whatever with that. That'll be really nice. Also excited for the update that's coming here soon. I don't know if I'm going to finish the season pass. I might have to play my main or something and just like power level it or something. But I don't really know if it's like worth it. I was looking for rewards. I haven't truly decided nothing about getting the pass too, but I don't know. And I saw that they put fireworks in the game, consumable for 1,000 crowns or whatever in each. And I'm like, that's kind of expensive. It's like, why would you want to pay? Is that? It's not even the equivalent of $1. Well, I guess it is like equivalent of $1 just to shoot a firework in the game one time and it's gone. Why not put it in there for like, you know, $5 and have it unlimited with like a cooldown or something if you really wanted to make money off of it. But oh well. I'm sure they'll probably rethink that. But I have a feeling that they've done this before though. So one more stage and then we have this done, I think. It's been a long time since I've done this, but it's really good. Guess these guys just sit here and farm it all the time. Which makes sense. You know, it's not bad. What I'll probably be doing is doing it while I'm farming for gold and silver. Or I mean, gold and platinum. That's what I'm thinking of. Alright, nice. So technically I did the silver version. Or at least that should have been the solo version right there.
I will crush you beneath my heel,
Get that one for now. Worry about it later. Okay, so now that that finished, we're gonna go back towards the shore. Sorry, I've got two mouses hooked up. Currently one is like in the way of the other. So normally I play like other games where having extra keybinds is really nice, but I also like to play FPS. So I have a lighter mouse using an MMO mouse for playing games like this. It's just like, oh, it's so overkill. And it's heavy. This game can have a bunch of keybinds, so I just use my lighter mouse. It's more comfortable. Plus, using the bow and arrow in this game definitely does take some precision, which I'm excited for the OPR changes. We're going to be able to see people on the map, and when you can see people on the map, the Zerg fight is going to be a lot more entertaining. So playing something like Fire Mage and or even Ranger again, or Archer, or whatever you want to call it, playing with the bow will just be a lot more fun than what it already was. Because my biggest problem, my biggest gripe, really, was that when people die, since it's a Zerg versus Zerg, you don't actually know where your team is. You just know where your party members are, which is, you know, 4 other players, if you're lucky to have a full group. And they're not necessarily always going to be in the right place or where your team is, like, zerging at. So being able to see everybody is just going to make it so much easier. To be able to see the whole Zerg, and then the whole clump fight. It's going to be a lot easier for everybody to participate in. Which means, I think, overall DPS for OPR and healing probably might actually go up, which is really cool to think about. Even though our health is not really changing, nothing like crazy is changing. I'm very curious what they're going to do to the gear too. Very, very curious about that. I would love to see gear changes, but also at the same time I would just love to see gear to be a little bit easier to get, but having a way to like increase your stats like further beyond what they already are. Obviously we need HP scaling probably with the damage, because if we don't, we're gonna hit like damage thresholds that are just gonna be like, okay, we just one-shot each other, and that kind of PvP is not fun to me. If you're playing like glass cannon build, on the other hand, it's a little bit different. So I imagine it'll probably take a lot of time to do that. Probably to balance out the weapons too. Last time I played, strength 300 strength would give you grit. Now that's not a thing anymore. So there's definitely been some overall like good changes in my opinion. I felt like grit just made melee like really, really good. But also at the same time, I already felt like range was already, you know, really good. So to think that we're 51 and we haven't even like, really stayed on top of our story. That's so silly that that dot stops me from talking.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Hurry.
Let me skin this guy, I think.
Good luck with the parlay. Hope you're as good at talking.
I want to show you guys where we leave off on this episode. We are at Trade Schools right here. Basically, well, getting most of these to 150. A lot of harvesting in this area, a lot of tracking and skinning in this area, a lot of logging, specifically woodwood, and a lot of star metal here. So I'll definitely take advantage of that, get that up. These will obviously come with it. And then we'll probably push for 150 armoring. Try to get engineering up too. Ritual crafting will come passively, and so will Arcana. And whenever we start hitting 300, we're going to start pushing for furnishing a lot, but furnishing is going to use a lot of our money. So I want to try to get a house first, and then we can start burning our money on stuff like that. Because we're going to be crafting a lot of like cherry beds or whatever I'm going to call them. And that's just going to eat my gold through fees, because I'll make so many of them. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a comment, or if you have a suggestion, let me know. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot. And other than that, I appreciate you guys for hanging out and watching.